Hey everybody, it's Crash Knife Fight, and I'm back to talk about the release of Anakin Skywalker. The long wait for the Chosen One is over, and he arrived with a rather beefy update that included new clone skins and clone skin updates, and some other significant nerfs and buffs for certain heroes and villains. But let's be honest, what we really want to talk about is Anakin, and there is a lot to discuss. It's been really tough getting any playing time with him, and I almost rushed out a video yesterday, but I'm glad I waited because my impression of him from day 1 to day 2 has changed, as I have had more time to use him in-game, but also time to play against him. Now, I don't think he is overpowered, at least not game-breaking. He is certainly the most powerful of the light side heroes and matches up against any villain, but I am not ready to say that he is overpowered to the point of broken. So let's get into some of the details. Rather than spend time talking about his health and damage numbers, which EA and others have discussed, I want to talk about his abilities and performance in-game and how it all feels. So let's start with a quick look at his abilities. Anakin's Passionate Strike breaks saber blocks and deals a single high damage strike on heroes and will one-hit any trooper class. Using this ability against villains is all about timing and making sure you are in range. Passionate Strike works as advertised and can be combined with Pull Dominance to great effect. Pull Dominance will pull opponents towards Anakin and in my opinion works better than Kylo Ren's version. Anakin's pull seems like it has a little quicker activation than Kylo's, and the base range and angle is quite large. One thing I had to get used to when using pull dominance is not to advance too quickly on an enemy that I just pulled. They will land fairly close to Anakin, which makes using the Passionate Strike ability really easy. Pull dominance is also a great Boba Fett counter. I was able to snag him before he could fly off and get some hits in, which is much more effective than the forced pushes that propels him away from the hero and allows him to escape. Hero Impact is the third ability and reduces the damage Anakin receives by 90% when activated as he absorbs damage, which charges a powerful 360-degree force push that increases in range and damage output the more damage he takes. On a full charge, this ability will dish out 400 damage without a star card upgrade. The ability can also be triggered early, which will send enemies flying, but dealing less damage. This is a great defensive ability when Anakin gets in a situation where he is met by multiple opponents. When playing against Anakin, you will learn quickly to back away when seeing him enter the heroic impact animation. One way or another, this ability will get enemies to back off, giving Anakin an opportunity to escape. Last and certainly not least is Anakin's fourth ability, Retribution. This ability charges over time as Anakin and his teammates take damage. Retribution will take several minutes to charge up, but when activated, all enemies in range of the 360-degree arc will get gripped and lifted off the ground and receive considerable damage. This is another really powerful ability and really effective if your teammates are nearby to help Anakin finish off these opponents. All of these abilities require good timing and situational awareness to get the greatest effect. So far, I have not encountered any glitches, and they all seem to function as advertised. If I could change any of them, however, I would like to see a longer lunge added to the Passionate Strike to increase its range slightly, and also to make it feel more like the devastating strike that it is. Beyond these incredible abilities, Anakin's movement and saber strikes feel great. His foot speed is on par with Kylo Ren, and his lightsaber attacks are quick, responsive, and connect well. His blocks against lightsabers are weak, so it's best not to try to sustain a block for very long. Better to try to get some distance between you and your opponent and engage the heroic impact ability. Between his saber speed and the power of his attacks, he can dispatch enemies really quickly, and he's well matched against any of the villains. I have enjoyed him as much, if not more, than Count Dooku when he was released. I really have no major complaints on the way he plays. One complaint I do have, however, is his look. There's nothing wrong with the quality of his appearance. His Jedi garb and robes look great and are movie accurate, but his face seems a little off to me. In my opinion, he just doesn't look as much like Hayden Christensen as I expected. Long story short, Anakin is super powerful and fun to use. DICE has come through again with this hero and added a character that everyone will enjoy using. The real question is, has Anakin brought balance to the Force? Well, the verdict might still be out. After the first day, I was concerned that he was overpowered, but by day 2, players have started to learn and adapt. Most players are now aware of his heroic impact ability, which is the most devastating of all, and know to back off when he starts to charge up the ability. I will concede that this analysis is subjective. It's difficult to account for the skill level of the player using Anakin, or the skill of his teammates, and likewise the villains that he's matched up against. Moreover, once more players get Anakin to level 25 and beyond, my opinion may change. Nevertheless, I just don't see the need for some crazy big nerfs. DICE and EA said he would be extremely powerful, and I hope that there is not a rush to judgment by the developers to make adjustments. No doubt EA and DICE are monitoring this, but for now I'm going to enjoy The Chosen One as is and hope you do too. That's all I have for now. I will leave you with some of my HVV gameplay. I will be back soon with a new video. Make sure to like and subscribe.